Let's talk about camera backpacks. I've had the experience of having three specific backpacks that I'm going to talk about, what I liked, what I didn't like, and I want to give you the pros and cons of each. And we'll start with number three. That would be the MOSISO camera backpack. This was probably the first one I ended up getting, testing out, and really taking on some different hikes and different places, putting it through its paces. And what I really enjoyed about this specific backpack is it's very militaristic, if you want to say that. It's a camera backpack. It comes with the dividers, and you can set your camera and your equipment up in that backpack. But it is very militaristic, or that kind of styling. It's got webbing on the outside, so you can put clips on there, and a little spot, a little Velcro spot for where you can put patches. The styling of it, I think it's just very cool. It's black. It's all black, and I actually still use it today. One thing I'll say is the price point of it is fantastic. The build quality could be better. One little thing I noticed was the straps, the adjustment straps that you have on the side. At certain times, if you let it go all the way to the end, it would just loop through and basically unconnect. So something to think about. There is some fixes online in which a way to resolve that, but just something to keep in mind. But I put it through its paces and I've taken it a lot of different places, and it's my go-to if I'm going on a hike. I don't want to take my best backpack because I don't necessarily want to get it all scuffed up and whatnot. So that's my go-to when we're doing hikes and rugged stuff. My number two is the Smatree waterproof backpack. And this one I ended up returning, but I really, really enjoyed. The styling of this bag, I think, is perfect. I think it's very, very nice and well put together. The one thing about it, it's pros and cons. It's the same thing, right? The pro is that it's specifically designed for, you can get custom inserts for drones and GoPros. And the one I got was for my Mini 3 Pro and a GoPro. I thought, great, that's my main camera, which it was at that point, and the drone is my main drone. And places for every little component, even the custom insert for the controller can be changed to whether if you have the RCN1 controller or the RC controller. So little things like that, and specific spots for the batteries, which are perfectly sized for the GoPro, for the drone. And it's just nice. It's all custom inserts. Everything has its place, so neat, so tidy. So that's the positive, and it's also the negative because there's not much space for anything outside of that. So if you get other equipment or you need other equipment, then you have to start utilizing the space that's in the backpack that's designated for other things for the equipment that you need. Really love the styling. At some point, I may end up getting that backpack again just because it's top. You'll see in the pictures that I put up until this point just how nice it is, how nice it feels. The side of me that likes nice order and things in its place, that really appeals to me, and it might appeal to you as well because of that orientation. But the flip side is, for me, I needed more space for other things. Sidebar to that, which is I would basically, if that had become my primary backpack, it would have worked for certain scenarios for that equipment that I needed. But then if I needed to take anything else, I was taking a second backpack, and then that kind of defeated the purpose. It's like, okay, I look all cool in this backpack. It's got all my stuff in there, nice and neat and orderly, but then I'm carrying a second backpack for everything else. So for me, that's just why it didn't quite work. But I do highly recommend it, and I think for a lot of people, it will be the one that works well. And the custom foam pieces, it's nice, it's good looking. My number one is the TARION Pro 2, and I did again extensive research on what backpack I wanted. Ended up settling for that one. I ordered it, it came in, I got my hands on it, and really it's just so much space. There's two different compartments in which you can customize and you can play around with the order of things. There's pouches on the front, there's places for tripods, there's places for everything you may possibly need. It is a big thing. So in my bottom pouch, I have all my drone stuff. In the top pouch, I have all of my camera stuff and all of my electronics there. And when I'm not using all of my stuff, it basically is stored in that backpack. So basically everything fits in there. Like everything that I have fits in that backpack. And then if, say, I'm taking that backpack to do some work or whatever, then I'll take the pieces out that I don't need to reduce some of the weight. You could literally get your laptop in there, you can get an iPad in there, you can get a DSLR, drone, GoPro, so action cams, all of your audio equipment, maybe even some lighting you can attach to the outside, like a ring light or whatnot. It fits a lot of things. I would have my full-size tripod as well as my mini tripod on the other side. So I have a few different options. So literally, if I had to pack every piece of equipment for a shoot or for something that I needed, I could put it all in there and take it. And it's actually, the extras with this are like next level. So one, I wouldn't say it's hiking orientated, but it's rugged and tough like a hiking backpack, but it does have a waistband so you can attach it. In the waistband, there's some little pockets, which is great. You then have an additional bag in which you can utilize, and it comes with an insert which you can attach to the front of the waistband in the backpack. So I'll put a bunch of pictures up to illustrate what I mean here. So then you have that second backpack, kind of like a fanny pack almost, if you needed it in that way. That can then come off and can operate as its own individual bag. So if I was going to, say, my gym and I was videoing some stuff for my gym, I would take the little backpack. And if I needed my drone in there and a camera and this and that, I would take just that little tiny bag. And then the little tiny bag can operate just as like a fanny pack all by itself. So backpack away and just that as a fanny pack, put it around the front, put it around the back, which for me is actually 100% perfect for, say, hikes when I've got one of the kids on my back and I've got a big carry with a child in the back, a 4-year-old who's 35 pounds. And then I've tried it before where I tried to put a backpack on my front and do a hike that way, and it just drained me so quick. All my equipment and stuff in the front, a kid in the back, wasn't fun. I haven't done this yet, but kid in the back, and then this little fanny pack with just the essentials, a drone, a controller, some batteries, maybe a camera, it will all fit in that little pack. So that is perfect. So the extras you get with this thing are great. Comes with little clips here and there, and they've just done really good with this. And I got it as soon as I got my hands in it, and I looked around it and thought, how am I going to put all my stuff in here? It just worked perfectly every single time that I needed it. And again, now it sits in a special corner where all my equipment is, and most of it lives in there on the day-to-day, and then I pack accordingly as need be. But so much space, I can fit everything I need. And actually at one point, I had 2 drones in there. So I had the DJI Mini 3 Pro, my drone, and the DJI Avata in there. So all of its equipment, all of the Avata's equipment, batteries, controllers, everything, goggles, all within the bottom portion. And then again, all my camera stuff in the top. So as you can tell, I like it. I recommend it. It's a great, fantastic purchase. Highly recommend it. And that's my top 3 bags that I've personally owned, personally used, personally tried out. That top one, that number 1 slot is the one that works best for me. So thank you. Have a great day. Bye.